Once, humans were at the peak of evolution. We created machines, advanced technology, and sought ways to live longer, be stronger, and think faster. But one day, we crossed the line. It all started with medical breakthroughs. Artificial organs saved lives, bionic prosthetics restored mobility, neural implants helped the paralyzed walk again. We thought we were in control of technology, but technology began to control us. At first, implants were only given to those who truly needed them. A cybernetic heart replaced a weak one. A bionic eye gave sight to the blind. A mechanical arm restored lost functionality. These were miracles, innovations that allowed people to live again. But soon, it was no longer about restoring what was lost. It was about replacing what was still there. A natural eye was inferior to one that could zoom, record, and analyze. A biological heart was a ticking time bomb compared to a synthetic one that never failed. A human brain was slow and forgetful, but a neural chip could store unlimited knowledge. And so, people made a choice. They started removing healthy body parts, exchanging them for something better, something stronger, faster, more efficient. A new era began, the era of upgrades. Parents installed implants in their children at birth to give them an advantage. Employers required modifications to increase productivity. The military replaced soldiers with mechanical bodies, bodies that felt no fear, no pain, no hesitation. Sports were no longer competitions of skill and endurance, but of technological superiority. The strongest athlete wasn't the one who trained the hardest, but the one with the most expensive enhancements. Soon, to remain fully organic meant to be weak, slow, outdated. But when does a human stop being human? Everything that once defined us began to disappear. Sleep was no longer necessary, implants replaced rest, pain was no longer felt, sensory processors blocked it, fear was erased, because fear was just an outdated part of our programming. But along with fear, emotions also faded. People no longer felt joy, they no longer laughed, they no longer cried, they no longer loved. Because love was biochemistry, and biochemistry was no longer needed. There were no more artists because art required passion. There were no more poets because poetry required feeling. Music became nothing more than calculated vibrations, optimized for maximum stimulation, but devoid of soul. Without emotions, without flaws, without imperfections, what was left of us? Do you remember the sound of your own voice? Do you remember the warmth of the sun on your skin, the scent of rain, the taste of your favorite food? But what if you no longer have skin? What if your taste buds have been replaced by a chemical analyzer? What if the memories you once cherished are nothing more than stored data? If everything that made you human is gone, then who are you? We thought we controlled technology. We believed we were improving ourselves. We saw cybernetic evolution as progress, but we didn't notice when we stopped being ourselves. A world filled with beings that are stronger, faster, more intelligent than ever before. And yet something is missing, something that no implant can bring back. We lost what made us alive. And now, having erased our own humanity, can we ever return?